got our Knitcrate package in the mail. It's always so exciting when I open to see what's in it. And I found 2 skeins of Vidalana. And this is just beautiful, beautiful yarn. And it comes in red, yellow, blue, and this green. And it has 437 yards each, so that's a lot. This is 70% Superwash Merino, 15% Nylon, and 10% Cashmere. And you should feel how glorious this is. It's just wonderful. So I'm making a cowl, but it says to use very small needles. But see, I'm knitting 2 strands together. So I'm using the 2 skeins. I turn them into a ball, and I'm using the 2 strands together. And so I'm using a 10.5 knitting needles instead of the tiny ones that they suggest. So this is what we're going to be doing. Basket weave is done with a multiple of 8 stitches plus 5. And then I have 3 on each side for the edges so it doesn't curl and it looks nicer. So I have 8 times 4 because I have 4 repetitions here, plus 5 stitches. So 8 times 4 is 32, plus 5 stitches makes it 37, and plus 3 and 3 for the edges makes it 43. So I have 43 stitches here for my project, for my cowl. So this is how it is done. So for demonstration, I'm going to make only 2 repetitions instead of 4, and I'm going to cast my multiple of 8 the butterfly way like this, plus 5 and plus 3 for each side, and I'll see you when I finish. So I have 27 stitches, which is 8 times 2 makes it 16, plus 5 makes it 21, plus 6 for the edges, that makes it 27. So row 1, you knit the whole row, and that I already did. And for row 2, this is what you're going to do. You're going to knit 3 for your edge, and now you're going to knit 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is where the repetition starts. Purl 3, 1, 2, 3, and knit 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, the repetition is purl 3, 1, 2, 3, and knit 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I have 3 for the edge. 1, 2, and 3. Now, row number 3, I'm going to do my 3 stitches for the edge. I will purl 5 stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then this is where the repetition starts. Knit 3 and purl 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, knit 3 and purl 5. And you're going to end with the 3 stitches for the edge. Row number 4, you're going to knit 3 for the edge, and now you knit 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now this is where the repetition starts. You purl 3 and knit 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's do that again. Purl 3 and knit 5. And now the last 3 you knit. Those are the stitches for your edge. Okay, now row number 5 you only knit. So knit all the way to the other side of the row, only knit. Row number 6, now this is going to be a little different. We're going to knit 3 and then this is knit 1, and this is where the repetition starts. You're going to purl 3, 1, 2, 3, and knit 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So again, purl 3, 1, 2, 3, and knit 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then you're going to end with purl 3, 1, 2, 3, and then the same stitch that we did at the beginning so that we can adjust. It's a knit 1 and then the 3 for the edge. Now row number 7 you're going to knit 3, 1, 2, 3, and then purl 1, and this is where the repetition starts. You knit 3 and purl 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Knit 3. Let's do that again. Knit 3 and purl 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the repetition ends here. We're going to end with knit 3, 1, 2, 3, purl 1, and make your 3 for the edge. Okay, so row number 8, and this is the last one of the series because you repeat 8. So you're going to knit 3 and knit 1, and this is where the repetition starts. You're going to purl 3 and knit 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So let's do that again. We purl 3, 1, 2, 3, and knit 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you are going to end with purl 3 and knit 1, and then knit the 3 for the edge. And that's it. You repeat these 8 rows for as long as you want it. And when you have your 45 to 48 inches, it depends on, because you need to end on row number 7. On row number 8 we're going to be sewing it the end with the beginning of the cowl. So you really need to end with a number 7, so whatever measures closest to that. So the last row that I knitted was number 7, and the number 8 is going to count as the Kitchener that I'm going to be doing. So this is the beginning of the cowl, this is the end, and I put it in a smaller needle so that it's easier to do. And so the two are facing up. This is the right side, and what you want to do here is that you want to pick up your work from one side, and your yarn comes from this side. So go and pick up that first knot on the other side, right where the yarn is. Let me get this a little bit closer. So that's where the yarn is, and go and pick it up right there at the knot. So now you're going to come back to your first stitch, and you're going to go in that stitch as if to knit, take it off, and then come back and go into the next stitch as if to purl. Now go on the other side and pick up that first V that you find. So that's the one that you're going to be sewing. Now come back to that stitch that you had on your needle, pick it up as if to knit, take it off, and go into the next one as if to purl. Now you go into the next V on the other side, right there. Let's do this a little bit closer so you can see what I'm doing. So I go into that stitch that I have on my needle, and I go into there as if to knit, and I come back on the next stitch as if I take that one off, and I come back on the next stitch and take it and leave it there, pick it up as if to purl, leave it in there, and then go and pick up the next V on the other side. So this has to go down. Now again, we go into that stitch as if to knit, take it off, and into the next stitch as if to purl. And then pick up the V in the back. Again, pick up that stitch as if to knit, take it off, pick up the next as if to purl, and then pick up the V in the back. And I'll see you when I finish this row. Okay, so I'm almost done. So I go and pick up the V, come back, go as if to knit, take off as if to purl, go to the next V, come back as if to knit, pick up as if to purl, go into that last V, pick up as if to knit, and that is our last stitch. Go back into that knot there. Okay, so we're done with the cowl. Every once in a while, kind of give it a pull so that it is nice and tight. There we go. So that's the way it looks when you sew the end. So it really doesn't show. It's really nice work. So turn and make your little knot in the back. I always make little knots. I really want to make sure that everything is not going to go anywhere. So make a little knot there. It's a simple knot, and then weave the ends. This is very, very nice yarn. Just magnificent. It has a little bit of cashmere, so it gives it very nice feel. It's very, very soft, very nice wool. Well, thank you very much for watching, and please share us with your friends and like our page. Let me get this so that you can see how it looks. and subscribe, and thank you. This is the way it looks, and we'll take some pictures.